Hello guys, and welcome to a video on PyQt. In this series we'll be going over a few concepts of PyQt. Right, first up let's do the installation. So you see there's quite a bit of files we need to download and install. So I'm going to jump right into it. First up, Python 3.66. So what you're going to do, you need to download and install Python. I provided the link here. I'll put all the links down to in the description. So if you follow that link, you'll go to this site and make sure over the years all the downloads, and make sure that you download, if you got a 64-bit processor, make sure everything that you download is 64. Likewise, if you got a 32-bit processor. I already downloaded the 64 executable file. It's located over here, so let's double click that. And let's start the Python installation. So first thing you want to do, you want to add Python 3.6 to your path variable. So click that, click custom installation. Make sure everything is ticked. Click next, install for all users, tick that. Okay, and one thing what's really important is make sure that you change this just to Python 3.6. It's a lot easier down the line, especially if you make executable files, if you don't have any spaces in this path. So that's alright, so let's click install. And you can click yes if prompted. And let's quickly forward this. Alright, once that's done, you want to open an elevated command prompt. So next up we're going to install PyQt from that elevated command prompt. So let's go to start, cmd, and here you want to right click and say run as administrator. If prompt, just click yes. Again in here, let's check if Python is installed correctly. So you do that by just typing Python. If you get this screen, then everything is fine. So let's just back out of that. Next up, we're gonna do an update on pip. So you need to type Python -m pip install --upgrade pip. So what pip is basically the installer for all Python files. So let's go ahead and hit enter there. And you'll see it will collect a file, it will uninstall the current version and do the full update. Alright, that one is done. Successfully uninstalled. Oh no, sorry, still busy. There it's installed and there it's upgraded. So next up, we've done the upgrade. We want to install PyQt5. So I'm just going to copy and paste that. So you want to type pip install PyQt5. And let's hit enter. Right, if your antivirus picks this up, just leave it. I'm using Avast. I'm not sure about all the other types of antivirus, but Avast usually just goes on anyway, so don't worry about it. Alright, so I fast forwarded it. As you can see, PyQt5 installed successfully. Next up, you're going to need to install PyQt5 tools. So this is where designer and all that stuff comes into play. So you're going to type pip install PyQt5 tools. So let's hit enter on that. Alright, once that is done, the next step is to add PyQt5 to the environment variable. So how you do that, first you need to go to the PyQt5 folder and then you need to add it to the path variable. So let's go to our PyQt folder. We installed it under C drive, Python 3.6. So under lib or library, site packages, and there you should find PyQt5. So you want to copy this address and go to start, type in path, edit the system environment variables, click on that. Then at the bottom here, environment variables, click on that. Okay, next up, at the bottom box, you want to click the path file here, double click it, and click new and paste in the path to PyQt5. Alright, so this will basically enable Python to pick up PyQt. So alright, so just click OK and OK out of there. We can close this. Alright, next up you need to download and install MySQL. We're gonna, in later videos, if I got enough time, I will do a few tutorials on MySQL and then connecting Python and PyQt and MySQL. So there's the link. Again, everything is in the download description. If you go to the link, this is the page you'll see. If it doesn't install right away, you can just click on no thanks, just start my download, and everything should start from there. Yeah, there it is, it's popping up, so you can just save this file. I've already done that. So under downloads, I'm just going to double click my installer. This is the community edition. Let me quickly fast forward this. If at any time it asks you if you want to make changes, just click yes. Alright, so after we skip that, let's go to, or after I fast forwarded that, you get license agreement, and we click accept, next. Let's leave it to the developer's default. Click next. The installation directory, you can just keep all the defaults here, that's fine. Set of warnings with your selected path, so if you want to continue, the path already exists, so that's fine. I'm just reinstalling this. Okay, this you can just click next. The requirements has been satisfied. Visual Studio, you can install that if you like. I'm just going to skip that for now. Alright, there's going to be a bunch of packages to install, including the ODBC driver and a Python driver, and of course the server and the workbench. So let's execute this. This will take a while, so I'm going to pause here, and once it's done we can continue from there. Alright, once that's done you can click on next, and next. So we're going to do a standalone server, that's fine, we accept the defaults. You can accept the defaults again. Right, so you need to provide a password for the built-in root account. This password you're going to use when you connect to your server, so it's important to remember this password. So I'm just going to type a default password in there. And again, it's important to remember this password. Write it down and keep it safe. You're going to use this if you connect to this server. So let's click next. Everything is fine. Click next and execute. Once that's done, you can click on finish. Next. That's fine. And next. In here you can provide your password and check it to make sure it's fine, and click next and execute once again. Alright, once that's done, click finish and next again, and let's start this up to test if it's installed correctly. So there's the shell, everything looks fine, and here is the workbench, so we can double click on this. I should already have databases installed from previous users, and there is MyDB, and everything seems to work wonderful. So let's close out of this. Alright, so next up you need to install the MySqlClient. So there's two options here. Either you can use this command, this is what we're going to be doing, this is the fast option. Or you can download and install from Microsoft the full Visual Tools 2017 build tools file. So if you click that link, you should end up, oh sorry, there it is. You should end up here, and the download should start immediately. If not, you can retry it by clicking this button here. Alright, so like I said, we're going to go with option 1 using pip. So let's open up an elevated command prompt. Sorry, one last thing. If you opt to install the Microsoft build tools, note that file is pretty big. It's plus minus 5 gigabytes. So that's partly also the reason I'm using the first option. So let's open an elevated command prompt, tick yes, and in where we're going to type pip install only binary or MySqlClient. Alright, so let's hit enter on that. The MySqlClient is the connector you're going to use to connect to MySQL. Alright, once that's done, the only thing left is PyCharm. This is an optional download or optional install. So let's go to downloads and run PyCharm. I prefer PyCharm above idle, so you can use either one, but in all the tutorials we're going to use PyCharm. So let's click next. You can leave the defaults as is. Next, I'm going to select 64-bit launcher and associate PY files. We can download and install JRE. Let's do that as well. You know what, I'll do that later. Let's click next and install. Alright, and finally we can run PyCharm, and let's just quickly test everything. So I'm not going to import any settings, so let's just start a new version. Alright, let's use the light version so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to skip the remaining and set the defaults. Okay, first thing, let's quickly test out these everything we installed. So we're going to create a new project. Let's put it under the workspace folder. Okay, I'm just going to copy and paste the folder in there. So it's under the workspace folder in the installation directory. So let's create a before we create, you need to check the interpreter. Make sure you've got one selected here, otherwise something went wrong. Inherit and make available, and let's create. It's not empty. Oh, that's fine. Alright, once Python is up and running, you want to close the tips. You want to go to your the directory. Let's right click new Python file. Let's just call this test. And from here you want to import from it's now giving you no Python interpreter configured for this project. So what you want to do, you want to configure that interpreter. I'm not sure why it didn't pick it up. Make sure you select 3.6 from here. And there you can see PyQt5, MySqlClient, everything is imported. Hopefully everything works. From here, it's also, you can update this packages. If you click this little up arrow there and there, you can update this. So I'm not going to do that now. Let's just apply and OK. Okay, after you've done that, give PyCharm a minute to update everything. You'll see here down below there's two processes running, so just wait until those are done. And once that's done, the message should disappear. So I'm just going to wait for this progress bar to complete. Alright, so after that's done, you want to do from PyQt5, and it's already open up the libraries for you as you type import Qt widgets. We're going to be using that a lot, and also we want to test import MySql.connector. So once you got that typed, right click and run, and you should get an exit code 0. This means everything is installed successfully, and yeah, that's it. Before you die of old age, then you're done. So that concludes this video, and I hope to see you in the next video where we will start writing our first app.